And welcome to the Raymore City Council regular meeting for Monday, January the 26th, 2026. I'll call the meeting to order and ask for the roll call, please.
Councilmember Abdel-Gawad, absent. Councilmember Baker.
Present.
Councilmember Barber.
Present.
Councilmember Burke.
Present.
Councilmember Circo.
Present.
Councilmember Ingert.
Present.
Councilmember Holman.
Present.
Councilmember Mills.
Present.
Mayor Turnbow.
Present. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Well, we have no presentations or awards this evening or personal appearances, so we'll move on to the staff report. Mr. Fearborn.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask Mr. Salisbury to make a staff report for Public Works.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn. I have submitted a written staff report. Included in there, just a couple things I want to highlight. We have several projects that are out to bid right now. One of those that I'd like to highlight would be the 58 Highway Overlay Project. We'll be trying to do from Westgate to Fox Ridge Drive, take care of some pretty bad areas out there. Another area to highlight is we have 7 developments that are at punch list phase, so they should be coming forward for acceptance in the next month or two or so. Last thing I want to highlight is that we're kind of wrapping up the snowstorm. We'll probably have a few things to do tomorrow, but we should be pretty well through that. So happy to answer any question. That concludes my staff report.
Thank you, Mr. Salisbury. Anybody have any questions? Yes, Mr. Holman.
More of a comment, Your Honor. From what I saw, excellent response on the snow event. We lucked out with the sun coming out Sunday, allowed your folks to lay down the salt and chemicals. That gave us bare pavement pretty quick within a few hours, and I know they just played catch up with it mostly on Saturday and Saturday night, but well done. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you, Mr. Fearborn.
Thank you, Mr. Salisbury. I would ask Mr. Mustine to make a report for Parks and Rec.
Thank you, sir. Mayor, members of the council. I have also submitted a written report, just a couple highlights. Even though it's icy and cold and stuff, park maintenance guys, they stay busy when they're not working with the public works crew on the snow events. We're trimming trees because that's the best time to trim trees is in the winter. And we take a week and we go into the rack and Centerview and we patch walls and paint and do those things. So the maintenance guys have been pretty busy doing a lot of just catch-up winter projects. Also, the maintenance guys are really excited. They received their new finish mower, $70,000 Toro finish mower that drops down, and it's pretty fun watching those guys get excited about a piece of equipment. Let's hope they use it the way it's supposed to be used, right? A few projects that we've got coming, the trails project's coming to an end. That's the second phase of our park maintenance trails. We have one more that is in design and will be bid out, and that's the southern part of Good Parkway between I think it's Fox Ridge Drive and Cass Parkway. So that southern part of the Good Parkway. So we'll be working on that this year. And the house, the little white house at TB Hanna, you'll be seeing a contract for that soon, as well as some hazardous tree work done at TB Hanna Station. And final thing is we have our park board meeting tomorrow night. I only bring that up because it's been a couple months. The holidays kill us on that third week of the year, so we usually lose Thanksgiving and Christmas meetings. So we have a big agenda tomorrow night. We got about 6-7 items on there, and a lot of business you'll be seeing as a council in the month of February. And happy to answer any questions, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Mustine. So is that finish more, is that for ball fields and soccer fields and such?
Yes, sir.
Get
At this
those down.
time, it will only be for our manicured ball fields and and what we call the pristine areas at Recreation Park. It should not leave that park except on a rare occasion to mow a ball field at Memorial Park if
Gotcha.
needed.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Fearborn.
Thank you, Mr. Mustine. I would ask Ms. Harmer to make a report for the Communications Department.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. In addition to my written report that was submitted in the packet, I just want to highlight a few things. The latest issue of the review, the winter-spring issue, should have been in your mailbox a couple weeks ago. And there are a lot of good information. There's a lot of good information in there about There were safety tips that hopefully helped some people with our latest winter storm, information about trout stocking at Johnston Lake, which consistently on our social media posts on the park's Facebook page have some of the highest engagements. People really love the trout that's stocked by the Missouri Department of Conservation. And there's also a snapshot of the fiscal year 2026 budget in there, budget in brief. So there's a lot of good information in the review. So I hope that everyone gets a chance to read it, and it can be read online as well at raymore.com/review. Also, for the analytics that I include sometimes with our social media, I just want to say that in the last week with our snow posts that we've put on Facebook, we have crushed our engagement. It's up 1,500%. So Facebook is
Excellent.
not the only way that we put out the information about our snow operations, but it is a really effective one. So just, 169,000 views for the last week versus what I put in my report, which was 45,000 views for a month's time. So it's huge. And just, coming up, Alex and I are going to start getting some things designed and ready for the upcoming World Cup, which will be here probably before we know it. And I think that's all I have for you this evening, unless you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Melissa. Anybody have any questions? Seeing none, thank you. Mr. Fearborn?
Thank you, Ms. Harmer. Reminder to the council, we do have a work session next week. It'll be the one work session that we have in February. 2 items currently on the agenda. I want to talk with the council, kind of a kickoff for what we've been discussing for years now, the Justice Center and the new court facility for the city. And kind of along with that, related to it a little bit, is we're going to be outlining for the council a new survey system, a new and improved survey system that we would like to be moving to. That's currently all that is on the agenda, and that concludes staff reports for this evening, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn. Anybody have any questions of Mr. Fearborn? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to the next item on our agenda, which is the consent agenda. Only item we have on there tonight is the January 12th meeting minutes. So I'd entertain a motion to dispose of the consent agenda.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman?
Sir, I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented to include the city council meeting minutes from the meeting of January 12th, 2026.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
And I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously 7-0. Thank you. We'll now move on to unfinished business. Could I please have the second reading of Bill 4010 by title only?
The second reading of Bill 4010 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, establishing an intergovernmental agreement with the Belton Police Department Municipal Jail to provide inmate housing.
Unless anybody has any questions on this, any additional questions on this, I assume those were discussed at the last meeting. I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman?
So I move that we approve Bill 4010, the intergovernmental agreement with the Belton Police Department Municipal Jail.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor, I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the second reading of Bill 4010. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously 7-0. Thank you. Could I please have the second reading of Bill 4009 by title only?
The second reading of Bill 4009 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Revise LLC for website design and hosting services.
Thank you, ma'am. If there are no further questions, I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman?
Sir, I move that we approve Bill 4009, award of contract to Revise LLC for website hosting and design.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor, I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the second reading of Bill 4009. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously 7-0. Thank you. Could I please have the second reading of Bill 4011 by title only?
The second reading of Bill 4011 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, amending the fiscal year 2026 operating budget for the purchase of website design and hosting services in the amount of $68,500.
There are no further questions. I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor,
Mr. Holman?
I move that we approve Bill 4011, the budget amendment regarding website hosting and design services.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I will second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. The motion's been made and seconded to approve the second reading of Bill 4011. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously, 7-0. Thank you. We'll now move on to new business. Could I please have the first reading of Bill 4007 by title only?
The first reading of Bill 4007 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Applied Research Associates, Inc. for a pavement condition index survey, city project number 26-483-301, in the amount of $59,100, and authorizing the city manager to approve change orders within established budget constraints.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Fearborn, is there a staff report?
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask Mr. Salisbury to make a staff report on this agenda item.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn. Mayor, members of the council, tonight before you is the award of contract for a pavement condition index survey to Applied Research Associates in the amount of $59,100. Kind of to start off our current process, we have in-house equipment and in-house software that we have purchased, and we have been doing that for a number of years. We're finding that we don't feel the data is very accurate. It's very cumbersome to go out and do this. It takes several weeks, and it's not compatible with our GIS programs that we're currently using very well. So we issued a request for qualifications. We received 2 bids back. Applied Research Associates has worked with several large DOTs and other municipalities, and they have specialized equipment that they can use to come in, drive the roads, map them all, and do their process, and then actually go through and quality control all the work and present it to us in a nice, neat package. So what they would be providing us is a pavement condition index, an international roughness index, which is a rating of ride quality on your roads, as well as an internal street view platform. So like Google Street View, but they take all their data and they give you the images, and we can see what they saw on that day that they drive our roads. They also have the ability to do further testing, so that if we get into a part of town and we see a road that's suspect, they would be able to offer us another service to kind of dig deeper on what that issue might be. So that concludes my staff report. Staff is recommending award to Applied Research Associates in the amount of $59,100, and I am happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Salisbury. It sounds very interesting. So how long does it generally, from their perspective, I don't know if they even had it in the bid, how long do they have to take to do one street? Say, for instance, we had a suspect
So they
street.
will be able to map our entire town in about a week to 2 weeks, conservatively 2
Oh, okay.
weeks. So they drive all the roads in, say, 2 weeks, and then they take the data back, and it'll take them 8 to 10 weeks to process it and present it to us. So within 2 or 3 months, they can have everything driven and presented to us.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else have any? Yes, Mr. Mills.
Do they provide the data in a format to where we would be able to put that on our website, to be able to see that, just like where we put our program, what roads we're doing and stuff like that?
Yes, so they will present us with not only maps that are PDFs that we can put out, but also it's compatible with our GIS data. So our GIS coordinator can manipulate the data to use it on his platforms as he sees fit.
Excellent. Okay. Anyone else? All right. Thank you. If there are no further questions, I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor,
Mr. Holman.
I move that we approve Bill 4007, award of contract to Applied Research Associates for the pavement condition index survey.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor, I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the first reading of Bill 4007. Any further discussion? Mr. Holman.
So just for information, most state DOTs will follow a version of this as well. They sometimes refer to it by we refer to it in this as pavement condition index. Sometimes they'll refer to it as priority index. In other words, this particular piece of infrastructure is in, by our standards, the most need of repair or upgrade. So we're following kind of a long-standing tradition with what we're doing here tonight on this.
Sure. Yes, Mr. Burke.
Another good thing about this is it's objective information and not subjective. Sometimes we look at our roads and, you're looking at it like, is this road worse than this road? Well, they're both bad, and we'll actually have data to work with.
Sure. Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously 7-0. Thank you. Could I please have the first reading of Bill 4008 by title only?
The first reading of Bill 4008 by title only, an ordinance of the City of Raymore, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with KB Construction Services LLC for the replacement of 2 culvert pipes in the Willow Hills neighborhood, city project number 26-481-202, in the amount of $29,949.74, and authorizing the city manager to approve change orders within established budget constraints.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a staff report?
Thank you, sir. I would ask Mr. Salisbury to make a report on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Fearborn, Mayor, and members of the council. Tonight before you is the award of contract for the Willow Hill storm culvert repairs. This project will repair 2 stormwater culverts that are rusting out. They're starting to get holes in them, and it's causing some road issues. So it'll take care of those 2, as well as a small creek erosion issue in the Park Place neighborhood right off Ridgewood Drive. So get those items taken care of. We received 6 bids for this project. KB Construction was determined to be the lowest and best bidder, and staff recommends award to them for $29,949.74. That concludes my staff report, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Trent, I'm sorry. I was busy reading here and missed the areas. Could you repeat the areas?
Yeah, absolutely. So the culvert pipes are in Willow Hills, which is Washington and Jackson, just south of
Okay.
Gore Road, that kind of rural neighborhood out there. So there's one on each road that will be replaced. And then the creek erosion issue is in Park Place right off of Ridgewood Drive. There's a creek that runs out there, and it's eaten towards someone's, towards their yard, so we're going to put some riprap and stuff like that there.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you, sir. Anybody else have any questions of staff at this time? Yes, Mr. Mills.
Just a quick question on their actual bid. Their bid amount was higher than what we're approving, so did you negotiate it down, or?
So I don't have the bids in front of me, but my guess is that there was a unit price and then there's a total price, and sometimes the contractor will make an error, or the unit price dictates the final price, and so that's what probably happened there.
Okay,
And that is absolutely correct on his part.
okay, that's what happened. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? All right. There's no further questions. I'd entertain a motion to dispose of this item.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman.
Sir, I move that we approve Bill 4008, award of contract to KB Construction Services for the Willow Hill Storm culvert repairs.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
Mr. Mayor, I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Motion's been made and seconded to approve the first reading of Bill 4008. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion? Motion carries unanimously, 7-0. Thank you. That ends our new business for this evening. Next item on the agenda is public comments. If anyone from the public would care to address the council at this time, please step forward, state your name and address for the record, and keep your comments to 5 minutes or less.
My name is Levon Holly, and I've lived at 219 North Lake Shore Drive for 21 years. Thank you for your time this evening. Before this past Saturday, I had different remarks prepared, but the murder of Alex Preddy, another U.S. citizen in Minneapolis, changed those. When Renee Good was murdered, that should have been the end of it, but it's happened again. How many more will there be? We are here tonight to say clearly, we do not welcome ICE or any of the DHS ICE facilities in Raymore. A facility of this kind would place additional strain on local resources, require increased law enforcement presence, and the costs would ultimately fall on taxpayers. Raymore residents have already paid to protect our community when taxpayer dollars were used to buy out a developer to keep a landfill from being built next to our city. It's been reported that the federal government is in the process of, or has already purchased, a warehouse at the former Richards-Gebaur Air Base. Now, we are hearing of an unconfirmed rumor that the former Harmer manufacturing facility, located at the Raymore Commerce location at I-49 and Cass Parkway, has been approached. We are asking for complete transparency if such a request has been made or is made in the future, and we urge you to say no. Thank you for the opportunity to speak on this matter and for your time and consideration.
I would clear it up that the Harmer facility is not under consideration. They just moved there. The Harmer facility you may be referring to is the one they abandoned over by Lake Winnebago.
Well, the rumor we're hearing is it the one at Cass Parkway and I-49?
Well, that is a new government facility that is a records management facility only. It's just records
Okay.
that the government's considering. And it's by Harmer, but it's a new facility that is records only being considered.
Okay. Well, I'm not real sure. Like I said, it's just an unconfirmed rumor.
Well, and we have heard that that was the rumor that was mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to clear that up for you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? I see no one else coming before the council, so I will close public comments at this time and move on to the mayor-council communication. And Mr. Burke, I'll start with you this evening, sir.
I want to appreciate you coming up to speak to us tonight. I don't know that I can say a whole lot to make anything better, but I do not recognize some of the things that I'm seeing in this country as being the country that I thought I was living in. But I wasn't planning on saying any of this. Anyway, I did get, I got one complaint about the snow removal from somebody outside of my ward. I got one compliment from someone inside of my ward on the snow removal. And I guess that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Burke. Mr. Mills.
I'll just echo what I've said many times. A lot of cities might have arguments that maybe they have certain things better than Raymore, but no city compares to our snow removal. And I spent, again, a little bit of time Saturday and Sunday, other communities, and I mean, there's no city that compares, and it's because I think we do a total job. We pre-treat, we've got the schedule, we've got it organized. I think people take pride in their work, but again, I just compliment you, and literally nobody can compare to Raymore when it comes to snow removal.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Baker.
Thank you. I'd like to also echo those sentiments. I would say with this snowstorm, having a changing forecast for many days prior, will it come north, will it not? The cold temperatures, I have only heard great things about that. I think the community involvement in Facebook and wanting to monitor what we're doing and the engagement with the naming of the snow plows and seeing our public works people in photos and all that, just bring us closer to our public works department that does an excellent job, not just in the wintertime, but throughout the year. So kudos to you and your department. Make sure they understand how well appreciated and like they are in this city. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Circo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I'd like to, sound into the snow removal. The city does a great job every year, and they're doing just a good job this year. Really appreciate the work and effort of the city staff who does that. And I want to say thank you to the people who came up tonight to want to speak. That's why we're here on a Monday night. You can come up and ask the city council and the mayor, the city, different things you have on mind, and we appreciate your concerns and coming up here. I hope we gave you a positive answer to help calm your worries down. And but anything else, yeah, nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Barber.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll just echo on the snow removal, Mr. Salisbury, excellent job, and I asked you if everybody made it through it, and you said, yep, so far so good on that. And I'm just going to reminisce, I still own my family home that my parents built in 1964, and I can remember a whole lot of, it was on a cul-de-sac. When we had any kind of snowstorm, the city didn't come in and clean the streets off. The neighbors went out and cleaned the streets off. We did the driveways and the streets, and we did that. So we are spoiled, but it's a good spoil, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ingert.
Thank you, sir. Like the others, I would like to thank the Public Works crew for their hard work in getting all that snow removed in a very, very timely manner. I had washed my car, it's black, and parked it in the garage, and I'm thinking, oh, I've got to go to the city council meeting Monday night. It's going to get dirty. No, it's not going to get dirty at all. Streets were clean, parked it in the parking lot, glad to drive it home and do the same. So even though my window won't go up, we'll get that part taken away. And then finally, thank you for coming up tonight. I really appreciate hearing your opinion on a variety of topics, but especially this one that's concerning almost every citizen in the United States. So thank you very much for coming up. And then finally, I haven't said this in a while, but I want to let the staff know what a great job they do. It's just absolutely remarkable how they can pull this off week after week. They make their plans, and the plans come together, and people are thrilled with the effort they've put into it. So again, thanks to the staff as well for their efforts.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Holman.
Thank you, sir. I have but one thing this evening. Councilman Barber, it's a great story, right? Go back 50 years. We're cleaning the streets off ourselves in some places. We are spoiled. The citizens of Green Bay go to Lambeau Field and clean the entire field and their seats that they paid season tickets prices for. That's all I have, sir.
That's funny. Thank you. Again, my kudos, just like the others have stated already this evening. But I wanted to bring you up to date on a couple of things that I did offer opinions on for a couple of bills that have been presented down at the House of Representatives and the Senate. So we have House Bill 2761. Representative Banderman out of Washington, Missouri, had proposed a bill to abolish solid waste management districts within the state of Missouri. As you know, we worked very closely with them during the landfill matter that was mentioned a little while ago. And I think it would be a horrible mistake to just have MDNR as the existing regulatory body in the state of Missouri. The solid waste management district has been refined greatly over the past year, and I actually helped co-chair an executive roundtable where we will be publishing very soon a report that will offer communities alternative ways to handle solid waste. Some are already doing it. There are new industries that we're trying to coax to the area that will handle solid waste so that's diverted from a landfill so they fill up a little slower. We're very excited about that. That's all being kind of led by the Solid Waste Management District of the Mid-America Regional Council, and I think this would just be a huge step backward if this bill were considered and passed. So I did voice that to our representatives. They understand our position, which is supported by the communities around us. So I just wanted to let you know about that. And then Senate Bill 1087, it kind of flies under the radar a little bit. The chief and I have been following it. That deals with fail to appear. If you'll remember, after the Ferguson incident in 2014, There was a bill that eliminated a secondary charge of fail to appear because some municipal courts in the St. Louis area were actually applying those to barking dog complaints as well in a manner in which to raise fines money. So they did away with it altogether. But what the effect that it had is that by eliminating fail to appear enforcement capabilities by municipal courts, our warrants have been piling up because people now realize there's no teeth in the bite to get them to take care of the charges levied against them. So what Senate Bill 1087 will do is, with quite a few restrictions to ensure that no one's work or religious positions are harmed in any way, does allow for the municipal court to issue a warning letter with the authority of the Department of Revenue that if you don't satisfy your charges here, your license could be suspended. And as I talked to municipal court clerks around the state of Missouri, many of them said that was really one of the only hammers they had to get people to make sure they came to court. Now, you're always going to get your non-compliances, probably 5, 10, 15% of the time, but this will actually be hopefully a helpful reminder and a push for people to take care of the traffic charges that are levied against them. So I did write a position letter in support of that bill, but I wanted to let you all know that I had done that. You may want to follow those. There are several bills down at the House that are going to continue to attack local government revenue sources, and it will be, there are other things. I haven't taken any positions on any of those. They haven't made it to committee yet, but we are watching those very closely. So just kind of keep you updated on that. I think that's all I have for this evening. Mr. Fearborn, do you have anything else, sir?
We have no reason to go into executive session tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Your Honor.
Mr. Holman.
Sir, I move that we adjourn this January 26th, 2026 session of the Raymore City Council.
Thank you, sir. Is there a second?
I will second.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. Motion's been made and seconded for